Okay, so this is going to be a new recording. This is what I've done. This bleeder screw that they give you stock on a Chevy Equinox. This is a 2006 Chevy Equinox. The bleeder screw that they give you has little tiny holes in it, and the screw that stops it is really easy to break. And when you're bleeding the engine, which is an exceptionally long process of bleeding the air out of the engine, as you can see, I've been doing this for about 30 minutes and there's still air coming out. And it requires a significant amount of antifreeze to be dumped all over the engine and the exhaust manifolds and all that. So I got this brake bleeder repair kit. I believe it's by Dorman, and I used a smaller section of it, which was the same size fitting, and screwed in there, and took the bleeder screw that goes into it and put on there. And I had a small piece of tubing already, I believe it's 1/4 inch tubing, that I used to attach on there, and that's shunting the air out into this jug here. And that way you still lose a little bit of antifreeze, as you can see from the bleeder screw, you know, where it seeps out around there while you're bleeding it. But it relieves a huge amount of antifreeze that you're going to put on your engine or on the ground, that you can put back into a jug and dispose of properly, or reuse as you see fit. I guess if it's dirty, dispose of it properly. But this is a really long-winded process. You have to go into the car, which I'll do here in a second. Okay, so now I'm in the car, and I'm pretty sure I've got a lot of the air out, because I'm starting to get pretty good heat just at an idle, and my temperature gauge is staying fairly steady at the idle. But what you have to do is you have to rev up. If you can see the hose out there, I'll rev the engine up to about 3,000 RPM, and you may be able to see air and a small amount of antifreeze rush up that hose as more air is pushed to the escape area and bled out. But this is an extremely long process. One of the videos that I watched, the guy was pretty good, and he intimated that the process wasn't complete until you had really good heat from the heater core without the engine being revved up. So when you've got your heat on, you've got your fan on high, when it's blowing so hot you can't hardly hold your hand in front of it, I guess that's when this bleeding process is complete. But you really, you have to keep, it won't just, I guess it might happen in an hour or two at an idle, but it seems like you have to keep revving the engine up to force water down through the heater core and flush that air out of those lines. And then once you get that done, like I said, it's an extremely long process. Hold on, let's go back outside. And so we're back out here, and as you can see, there might not be a whole lot of air left, because you can clearly see that the hose is pretty much having let go of everything. Okay, so I finally stopped getting bubbles for a while, and as you can see, the coolant gauge is on a normal setting, sitting here idling. That's one of the things that this buggery does when you have air in the engine like that, is that your car does fine when you're driving it, but if you have to sit and idle for any length of time, it overheats, because of that air in the engine. There's air pockets in the engine that won't let the coolant circulate, won't let the coolant get to the temperature sensor that turns the fan on and off, and sometimes won't even let the coolant get to the thermostat so it can open. So it would appear that I've solved this problem for now. I've got good heat out of my heater. The temperature's staying normal, and I'll repost something else if anything else goes different. Have a good day.